The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Chanticleers ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Takes the handoff. It's Silver. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season. And
wide open spaces. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And they'll get him down. Return at the 27-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Complete to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
They'll run the toss. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Barber. Does a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the shot that clears come to the line, trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The shot that clears are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The pitch. Got room to work. Past the sticks and still on his feet. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's got it and still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. And the shot that clears will hustle to the line. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Fired in from the red zone for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He'll do it himself. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Bush. It's a running room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Barber. Fires to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. It's Tucker. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Trying to beat him to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The shot that clears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Leaves it with the running back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Now improvising. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left. I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UNLV pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. The Rebels were clicking in every phase of the game, and the results speak for themselves. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Right on the money. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet. It's loose. The Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Fields to punt. Wants to make a play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the shot to clear is racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll run play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
He'll pull it down across the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards, and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Barber. On the move to his left. Going to try to get it himself. He's loose. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Bush. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Backed up now, here's second and long.
Get set.
Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks the tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The shot that clears, trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Barber. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's going to run it. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. And the shot that clears have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Going to swing it on second down. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Turning on the Jets. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his man down the middle. Touchdown, Delaware. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Barber. Finds his man, it's Knox. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. To make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. On the ground, it's Knox. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The shot that clears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Hits a seam wide open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the shot that clears are on the move.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Scanning the field, it's Barber. Spits it out to the back. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The toss to the right. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The shot that clears want to pick up the tempo. Gives it on the option. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Ball is spotted at the 2. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. They'll go for it here on 4th and short. They'll go to the air. He caught it! Touchdown! Shot to clear! And that one will put him up here in the second half. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Dropping back, it's Barber. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
To the air on second down. Fires it incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
And the Blue Hens need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. The Hawkeyes have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by 10 over the Judicials. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Dances away to buy time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And the shot to clears are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to pass. It's Barber. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Hauls it in. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Delaware. They move on top here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd Defense comes on the field. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Barber. Steps away. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Now the play fake. Throwing right. It's caught. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And here's the third interception of the night. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
By the middle. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Second down coming up. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. Offense about to take a knee. Maybe everybody's content with where we are heading to the break. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But